Hello everyone, and now welcome to game 3 in the series. Oops, let's go ahead and get that timer back up there. Game 3 in a series between Ted and Sky. Sky playing extremely, Ted playing extremely well. Sky perhaps just a little bit off his game, not quite sure how to deal with perhaps the number one best WarCraft 3 player in the world right now, as I believe he did take the World Cyber Games after coming back from a very long hiatus and coming back with a vengeance, showing how powerful Undead can be once more. Now, let's take a look. We do have a timer here. Pretty much, let's keep track of the supply in the top right-hand side. I don't have to dance around. Once again, thanks to HNC for making these maps public and making it so that observers can really figure out what's going on in a game, similar to how StarCraft 2 works. Now, Archmage most likely will be trained up, or will it be a Mountain King? No, going for a Mountain King again after the Archmage was unsuccessful in Game 2. Barracks will also be coming into play once more. I do not believe that Mountain King was actually being speed built. No, the Ultra Kings was not being sped built at all. Was not being sped built, and it will really come down to how effective that Mountain King is in terms of creeping. Now, back over here, there is this 533 creep camp, which is very important for the Mountain King to get. If he can clear out this creep camp, he's going to be very, very close to level 2, and that's exactly what he wants to do. Meanwhile, Ted's creep pattern, or Ted's strategy, will be to once again try and shut down Sky from being able to really do all too much. He'll most likely jump out, pick up a Rod of Necromancy, and then make a straight beeline move into this location here. This is the only real area for the Mountain King to gain experience, as we now see Sky making his way over. The Death Knight is now deciding to kill some sheep, make some skeletal minions, and he's actually going to be doing some creeping himself. This is not typical for an Undead player, and this is actually going to perhaps be a little bit of an interesting strategy, as Ted even knows where all of the skeletal minions and the critters are on a map. All right, are we going to see it? I believe there is a little bit of a cooldown there. There you go. Now coming out with 4 skeletal minions, and he is making a straight move for his own 544 creep camp. And with the help of skeletal minions who deal bonus damage to a troll berserker, this might actually fall very quickly. All right, we can see Tome of Agility +2. He was hoping for a Tome of Experience, really. He will be, I guess, have to settle for that Tome of Agility, since the Tome of Agility isn't really that helpful for him. Down goes another Troll Berserker, and this is a completely different strategy than we've seen from Ted. Ted actually opting to creep, and with this, he will actually come out slightly ahead than his opponent. Of course, he did use 3 charges on a Rod of Necromancy, but I don't believe Ted actually cares about that. He actually has a Wand of Illusion, he has a Tome of Agility, and now he can start actually exploring with the help of that one particular Death Knight. Back over here, we are going to see the Mountain King now try and creep out this 5-3-3-1-1 creep camp and set up an expansion, as so many human players like to do. This 5-3-3 creep camp will be falling, and I think Ted is just really positioning himself in a way where Sky is just very, very extra cautious. Sky not quite sure what's going on in this game. Taking a look around the map, you can see that the Pendant of Energy will be left behind. That might be a very good item here. And can the Death Knight actually pick up? No, he is not going to be able to do any of that there. And now we are going to see a surround. Mountain King quickly making his way over and also picking up a Tome of Agility. Now that Mountain King with 390 mana, if it can get to level 3, which I do believe it can by taking out this creep camp here, will be a force to reckon with. But the key question is, are we going to be seeing that? Sky sitting at 33/36 supply. Ted currently sitting at 22/30. He is taking the tier 2, and he will most likely be going straight into a Lich and also a Slaughterhouse for those Obsidian statues. Mountain King still wandering around, and Illusion still just keeping track of what's going on on the map. Alright, Death Knight may actually be able to get to level 3 first, and if the Death Knight is actually able to get to level 3 first, that would be a very, very interesting turn of events, as a level 3 Death Knight up against a level 2 Mountain King. The Death Knight would normally win. There's a Stormbolt. That's not going to be doing very much, as the Death Knight can still wander around pretty freely here. Mountain King deciding not to engage. Footman now coming back over. A lucky, timely bash coming in, as well as Ted now back on Blight. Lich already being trained. No Slaughterhouse down here just quite yet, as I would have expected. Skeletal Minion may get taken down. No, it will not get taken down, as we see a 35 to 30 supply advantage for Sky. Sky, however, does have a lot more workers in order to actually saturate his natural expansion. Mountain King actually going to get very close to level 3. I don't believe that is enough experience for him to actually get to level 3, is it? Oh, nope, not quite enough. The Death Knight already at level 3 now, so could have come in with a Death Coil and just stolen that Null Overseer there. Alright, down goes that last Null Brute. Skeletal Minions now looking to come in again. Lich is already out on the field. Are we perhaps going to be seeing Frost Nova, or are we seeing Frost Armor, as Burrow is now being researched? Very, very standard strategy that Ted has been using. And I think as Ted continues and comes back onto the main scene, a lot more players will now realize and learn how to deal with Ted's particular strategies. Sky, let's see if he's learned anything in the past couple of games. Mountain King still wandering around, taking down some Troll Berserkers. It looks like a Goblin Shredder may actually fall down to 50 hit points, 48. Oh my goodness, that was a horrible loss there. I can't believe Sky actually let that happen, as the Crypt Fiends may be able to finish off many of these units. There is a bolt there. Is that Crypt Fiend going to, or is that Footman going to fall? It looks like it might actually be able to fall here, as the Mountain King now going after some of these other units. It looks like another Footman will take it taken down. Mountain King going after a Nightcrawler, and oh, the steal by the Lich once more, as we now see another Stormbolt. Level 4. About halfway there. Meanwhile, level 4 about halfway there for both the Death Knight and that Mountain King. The real bonus will be the fact that the Lich does have Frost Armor, and he does have an Obsidian statue out for extra mana. What are we going to be seeing here? Is this one particular Mountain King going to be taking a lot of damage, or are we going to be seeing some Storm Bolts? There is an attack there. Frost Armor quickly now onto that one particular Crypt Fiend, and another Death Coil, keeping that undead Crypt Fiend alive. More units are on the run. A beautiful blocking and by pathing coming in from Ted to take down a couple more Footmen. One Footman does go down. This Footman down to 187. Are we going to see perhaps another Death Coil to take down another unit here? The Mountain King, it could turn around, get off a Stormbolt. No, the Footman able to escape. Very, very happy the Death Knight did not decide to fling a Death Coil at him. Now, Frost Armor, Ted with a significant number of meat wagons now being trained up and produced, I believe. Yes, another meat wagon coming in, and that is going to be a total of 2, if not 3, in just a few moments. Sky now taking a lot of damage here at his natural. What's going to be going on? The Mountain King may try to engage. The Mountain King does have double gloves of haste, which really scales well with bash. Alright, Crypt Fiend already down to 100 hit points. A unit getting caught in transit, unable to regroup with all of his friends, and the Mountain King getting a little bit of free experience there. Alright, Death Knight now looking to come in. There's the attacks. There's a Frost Armor. Is he going to actually get a bait on the attack? There's a Death Coil, as the Mountain King does look to back off. Footman now coming out away from the far side, as the one particular meat wagon now being forced to retreat and return all the way back home. There is a Burrow, and the Mountain King without Dust of Appearance, unable to do much to this burrowed Crypt Fiend. Unburrowing now back up once again. Are we going to see a Burrow there? Yes, the Crypt Fiend is just going to get taken down. Oh, Death Coil just a split second too late. As a Staff of Teleportation, Mountain King is able to retreat again. Footman now looking to back off. Level 3 versus level 3, level 1 Lich. If it gets to level 2, we'll be able to get that all-important Frost Nova. And Frost Nova is going to really just make a very, very bad day for all of these footmen. Arcane Vault taking a lot of damage already. There is a Death Coil as the Death Knight absorbs a Storm Bolt as well. Death Coil onto that Mountain King means no more regeneration, and now Meat Wagons fleeing their bodies at that Town Hall. Death Knight in a very forward position here, has to be very careful. Are we going to see a Death Coil onto that one particular low hit point Crypt Fiend? No, we are not, as the Footmen are now coming in from the backside. Lich is still sitting at level 1. Frost Armor now sitting at level 2. And now that the Lich does have Frost Nova, I do believe things are going to be changing significantly. Here we have it. The Footmen are trying to engage against those Crypt Fiends. Crypt Fiends do have Frost Armor. Low hit point Footmen in the back, for some reason not getting attacked there. Skeletal Minions coming out. And wow, Sky is going to end up losing 3 straight games unless he can save this Mountain King. No, losing 3 straight games to Ted in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this best of 5 series between Sky and Ted. Ted taking 3 straight games over Sky, and I think Sky scored higher in every game as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.